Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here with another update video. So today we got a couple of giveaways that we're going to be talking about. One of them is a giveaway, the other one is kind of a trade-in deal. We've also got some more rental assistance, as well as we've got pandemic EBT. There's a lot more states that have been approved for pandemic EBT for benefit year 2020-2021, as well as emergency SNAP allotments for the month of April with payouts. So definitely stay tuned. So you want to go ahead and make sure you smash your like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button. That way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. What is going on? My necklace is fitting me like a choker, and that ain't what it is. All right. So let's start with these public service announcements. We want to talk about these giveaways, but before we get into that, something that I did find to be interesting, a bit of news that came out regarding the Democrats, basically what's going on with Capitol Hill. You know, they're in the process of trying to pass another extremely large infrastructure bill. But yeah. So it says the news is a bit of a surprise, and it has major ramifications for what happens to the Biden's administration's legislative agenda. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's office announced Monday that the Senate parliamentarian has agreed that the budget reconciliation process can be used again this fiscal year. So remember that that's what they used to get the last stimulus package passed. The American Rescue Plan was done through budget reconciliation. So they had a conversation, and turns out that they can use that process again to pass another large bill. So it says Schumer had earlier promoted the theory that under the Congressional Budget Act, a revision of a budget resolution could authorize a second reconciliation bill, just like the first authorized in the original resolution. Now, what it doesn't say in this article is whether or not they're going to be including that recurring stimulus checks. I don't think that they're going to include that in this next infrastructure bill, just because they're still working on, everybody's in the process of receiving money, whether you're receiving it from the third stimulus check or whether you're receiving your plus up payments, as well as your tax return. So if anything, they'll probably start talking about that later on in the year. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't see them trying to pass another stimulus check right now, this moment, okay? It says parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonald has concurred. So as a follow-on to enactment of fiscal year 2021 budget resolution and the reconciliation bill, it authorized Congress can now pass a revised budget resolution and then a second reconciliation bill, perhaps encompassing some or all of Biden's American Job Plan infrastructure proposal. So that's a part of this new package that he's trying to get passed, hopefully by the summertime. He has a lot of great things planned in there. He's trying to get more jobs back in. He's trying to work on communications, broadband, internet. There's a lot of things that he's trying to work on in this next package. So hopefully their hope is that they'll be able to get that passed by using the reconciliation bill. It says the second can be passed by a simple Senate majority without the possibility of a filibuster by Democrats alone, assuming they all vote together. So you guys know that with the last package, the American Rescue Plan, there was some back and forth. There was a couple of Senate Democrats that actually voted against the American Rescue Plan initially because they wanted a shorter phase out than what was in there. So they had to go back and forth and basically negotiate before they got it settled and passed. However, this time they're saying basically that provided that everybody is on board with what they're trying to accomplish, they shouldn't have any problems, shouldn't run into anything, and they can get it passed with just using all of the Democrats in the Senate and the House alone, okay? Now, let's talk about these giveaways. I've been wanting to tell you guys about this for a while, but I was just kind of like, but you know what? It says Lowe's will give away free family project kits every Thursday in April as a part of its Spring Fest celebration. The kits feature seeds and saplings, how to build a butterfly garden, and recipes for your homegrown garden goodness. Spring Fest also will include online and in-store demos such as lawn care, maintenance, and painting. Home has never been more important, with 85% of people saying their home is now their sanctuary, according to the national survey of 2,000 respondents by Morning Consult and Lowe's said. So I definitely think that this is something you guys should look into. I know that I would love to have a garden. If I wasn't in an apartment, I would definitely be participating in this, but I don't have the ground space out here to do this. But if you guys didn't already know, I am actually into alternative medicine and holistic means of healing your body and things of that nature. So definitely looking forward to having a garden in the near future when I move into another house. People are craving safe and meaningful experiences as they anticipate spending more time at home, with 70% of responding households saying they will not be traveling this spring. And while the early part of last year was filled with uncertainty, this year homeowners are filled with increased confidence to take on new home projects. Nearly 90% of respondents who completed a home improvement project last year said they plan to do another project this spring. So this actually started on April 1st. It says customers can register at Lowe's.com for the Garden to Go kits. So again, I definitely think that you guys should look into this, even if you don't have, not looking into growing a garden, but it's definitely a nice project, something that you can do with your kids, especially if you're homeschooling. This will definitely be a nice science project to kind of stimulate them brains. It says distribution will be curbside starting April 8th, Thursday, April 8th, and then every Thursday through April. Customers can reserve their kits 1 week before each event. The kits are, and then it has the dates here, April 8th, it says Garden to Go. So these are the different kits that you can get. I'm pretty sure you can find it if you go online to Lowe's.com. April 8th, Garden to Go kit sponsored by Miracle Grow with exclusive recipes from professional cook and food stylist Amanda Fredrickson. And then April 15th, Lowe's Mystery Garden Pinata with mystery seed packets. April 22nd, 500,000 tree saplings given out in honor of Earth Day. And then April 29th, Lowe's Butterfly Quest, which helps families create a butterfly garden. Yeah, I definitely think you guys should look into that. So again, go on Lowe's.com, okay? Then we've got Verizon will give new customers $1,000 for their busted and broken phones. And yes, that's what it says, word for word. Verizon is rolling out a promotion that sounds like an April Fool's joke, but they are actually completely serious. Starting April 1st, so it started April 1st, you'll be able to trade in your busted phone for $1,000 in credit towards a new phone, which is pretty insane. Actually, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below, what are you guys doing with your tax returns and your stimulus money? Have you guys paid? I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just curious. I know for myself, usually around this time of year anyway, it's April, we're getting ready to go into the summertime fairly soon, so I start going through, basically doing what they call spring cleaning. I start going through my clothes, going through my children's clothes, throwing out stuff that they can't wear, that's too dingy to try to save, and start preparing to start purchasing summer clothes for them. That's usually what I do in the springtime, so y'all let me know what you guys are getting ready to do. But anyways, it says there are catches, obviously, but if you're holding on to a device with a busted screen, this might be your chance to get something sweet out of it. So here are the details, and it's on the Verizon website, so you can check this out. The deal seems to be available for just Verizon 5G phones, so it has to be a 5G phone, but that's most devices. No, it's not, because the phone that I just had was not a 5G. But anyways, the wording mentions that your cracked or water damaged phones can be traded in for up to $1,000. So maybe less, but the maximum is $1,000 in credit on unlimited plans with a port in of another number. So if you already have a plan with another company and you're thinking about switching over and you want to get a new deal and you have a 5G phone, take it to Verizon. They will give you some money for it, and then you can trade up, plus porting your number so you don't have to worry about losing your number. And yeah, I think that's a good deal. I know there's a lot of people out there that's really into this tech stuff. I am somewhat, well, I can't say somewhat. I'm very techie for the most part. I mean, I don't necessarily upgrade my phone every year, but I do try to not necessarily keep up with the times, but make sure that my whatever device I'm using suits all of my needs, if that makes sense. So if you guys are like me and you do buy tech stuff and you're into it, now I'm not necessarily saying that you could work on the nerd squad at Best Buy, but if you do care about the devices that you have, I just definitely think that this is a good opportunity, only if you're looking for a new phone. Okay, now let's get into what I know you guys want to hear about. So let's talk about pandemic EBT. All right, you guys, so hopefully you can see me. I'm in the corner. I wanted to show you guys one of the sites that I look at generally when I'm looking for this information. So as you can see here, this site actually updates whenever they add new states to the list. So the latest update was today, April 7th. However, when I checked it yesterday, it said April 1st. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom here, we'll have the names, and it just tells you how much you're going to get paid. If you guys didn't already know, for pandemic year 2020, 2021, because there's a 15% increase for most states, this number here, let's see if I can circle it. This number here should actually be $6.86 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so going down, you can see, so they have it separated into 3 rows. So this is the row that I'm generally reading from, this one right here. Okay, so this is as current as of today for the 2020-2021 school year. Okay, so as of right now, we have Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, DC. And the main reason why I wanted to do this is because a lot of you have been saying you've been calling for Florida and they say they don't have it. So as you can see here, Florida did not get the PEBT extension, which is right here. It's missing an X, but they were approved for the 2020 school year right here. However, it's not giving any information. When the X is black on this site, that means that the information is not available as to the payout dates. Okay, so Florida is on the list. Then we have Hawaii. We have Idaho, we have Illinois, we have Indiana, we have Iowa, we have Kentucky, we have Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Puerto Rico, South Carolina. Puerto Rico's not on this one, but I know Puerto Rico is on the list. South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. All right, so those are the names as of right now that have currently been approved for pandemic EBT. Now, I did find a little bit of information for a couple of the states on the list. I've already went over some of the states in the weeks prior, but I found this information for Nebraska. The Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services should have begun submitting benefits to households that were excluded from the round 2 then extension, the extension that I was telling you guys about. So for the August and September months, Nebraska didn't get payments for that, but they should be getting payments for that. You should have been notified by your school districts, and DHHS started mailing cards out March 22nd with corrected PEBT benefits. Okay, in general, PEBT benefits will be made available for the summertime. If you guys didn't already know, it has been noted that only a fraction of kids that would normally get fed during the school year are actually receiving the meals. And as you know, they're seriously trying to cut down on child food insecurity, as well as child poverty. So this is just one of the ways that they're trying to do that. It says to fill in the gap, states are starting to open up applications for pandemic relief, for a pandemic relief program that allows families who qualify for free and reduced price school lunches to collect additional STAT benefits. 31 states are currently approved. So that's the list that I just read for you guys. Okay. New Mexico. For pandemic EBT, as far as what I've seen for months October through November 2020, you should have received a payout February 28th, 2021. For months December through January, you should have received a payout March 28th. Now, for the rest of the school year, everything is to be determined, meaning there was no date. It says for help or questions, or if you need to request a new card, there is a number. Call 1-800-843-8303. Now, if you have any questions regarding your eligibility, you want to call the PEBT hotline, which is 833-415-0569. And as usual, yes, I will leave this information down in the description box, so you don't have to worry about it just in case you didn't catch it. Now, for North Carolina, March benefits will be distributed in April, staggered over several days. Benefits will be paid retroactively on a monthly basis. So check your cards if you don't have a card, or if you just recently became eligible, you should have received a new card, okay? Payments started actually in February. That was for North Carolina, okay? So you guys want to be checking your cards. It says that you will be paid retroactively. So, for example, you will be paid, I guess, you'll be paid for I don't know, honestly. I don't know. My brain just went blank right then and there. Basically, you'll be paid, I guess, a month behind for the past month. So you'll be paid for March and April. You'll be paid for April and May, like that, okay? Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about this emergency SNAP for April. So there are currently, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I count 21 states that have currently been approved. So I'm going to give you that list now along with the payout dates. All right. So we have California, May 16th. Now, California, you know, we've always been paid a month behind. So we haven't actually received our March benefits. We'll receive our March benefits April 18th. Those are not your April benefits. Those are March benefits. So your April benefits, you won't get them until May 16th, okay? DC will be regular issuance dates. Hawaii, May 10th. Idaho, May 11th through 15th. Illinois, based on your case numbers, April 22nd through the 30th. And then weekly startups to catch up May 3rd. We'll start May 3rd. Iowa, regular issuance dates between April 1st and the 10th. Indiana, April 5th through the 23rd, staggered odd days only. Kentucky, April 10th, or according to the regular issuance date by the last number of your social security number. Maryland, April 1st through 30th, all month long, pretty much, I'm assuming. Michigan, April 20th through the 30th. Usually the day after your regular issuance dates, and then the first week in May for catch-up. Mississippi, April 6th and 2 days after approval for new cases. New Jersey, April 1st through 5th, or regular issuance. Ohio, April 15th, new apps manually day after approval. Oregon, April 12th, 29th, and May 3rd. South Carolina, April 1st through the 19th for houses who are already currently approved for SNAP benefits, and the new apps will be all month long, so April 1st through the 31st. Tennessee, April 1st through the 20th, according to your regular issuance schedule. Virginia, April 16th. West Virginia, April 7th, and final run May 12th. Washington, April 1st and the 2nd for currently approved, and then staggered from the 2nd to the 20th, regular issuance dates, and for new approved applications. Wisconsin, April 24th, and then catch up late and reinstated cases June 6th. And then Wyoming, it says it's estimated for the 13th of April, or it could be earlier. It just depends on, it's a lot of stuff that I want to write on, but we'll just say estimated right now. It's literally the word that is said verbatim, estimated at April 13th. So we'll just wait and see what happens for Wyoming, but I will continue to monitor that and see if anything changes with that. So one final thing that I wanted to let you guys know concerning the California Golden State stimulus. I don't know if I have it on this device or on the device I'm using to record, but when it comes to the Golden State stimulus, so there are actually there's the Golden State stimulus, and then there's the Golden State grant. So the Golden State grant is still a $600 one-time payment, but that is distributed to those who have CalWorks case, those who have Social Security, veterans, you know, the federally funded supplemental income programs like that, such as SSI, CalWorks. You guys will get a $600 California grant. Now for the CalWorks program, you actually should have already seen that $600 show up on your EBT card. Now, separate from that, because I read this article yesterday that actually was saying that if you qualify for both the California Earned Income Tax Credit, which would get you the California Golden State stimulus, then you probably will receive another $600 from the California Tax Board. Okay, so I just wanted to let you guys know that, okay? So most likely, if you file taxes and if you qualify for the California Earned Income Tax Credit, you will also receive a $600 payment, the same way that you receive your state taxes. So if you received it by deposit, you should have received a deposit. If you received it by a paper check that was mailed, then you'll receive your $600 state stimulus by deposit as well. Okay. However, one thing that was noted on the website is if you participated in any of those programs where you received a refund advance from your tax preparer, then they're most likely going to mail you your check. Okay. So I just wanted to clarify that, just to let you know that for some people, you may actually be receiving $1,200 instead of just a $600. There's a California. So you can look this up. I looked this up yesterday. You can look it up. If I find it, then I'll try to put it in another video, but you can look this up. It's called the California Golden State grant, and then you have the California Golden State Stimulus. All right. But on that note, you guys, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys. Remember to live, love, definitely continuously elevate, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.